Hello aspirants, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss a very important topic. Write an essay on the integration of princely states into India. It came in the wbcs 2023. Let's discuss. In the colonial India, 40% of territory was occupied by 600 small and large states, ruled by princes who enjoyed different autonomy under British paramount supremacy. When you got independence, let's look at the scenario of the country. First of all, 40% of territory was occupied by 600 small states, princely states. They enjoyed all sort of autonomy, power, and the British supremacy. So British protected them from their own people and also from external aggression as long as they continue British bidding or command. That means as long as these princely states followed the British policies, obeyed British would protect them from their own people as well as the external aggressions so that they cannot be harmed by others. So that's how British protected the princely states. With the impending lapse of the British paramountcy, the questions of the future of the princely states became a grave concern. Unsurprisingly, when the British announced that departure, most of the princes thought it to be the last moment to claim independent statehood. They were given three alternatives: either to join Indian Dominion, either to join Pakistan Dominion, and either to remain independent state. The moment India got its independence or British announced, so the princely states started thinking to claim themselves or remain independent. Okay, their sovereignty. Though British gave them three options, they had the options to join Indian Dominion, they had the options to join Pakistan Dominion, or to remain independent state. That means not joining any of the two states. The issue of the princely states was not an easy affair to resolve. It was indeed to the credit of the national leadership, especially Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, that the extremely complex situations was handled in manner that diffused the situation to a great degree. It was definitely a great task, a crucial job for the integration of all the princely state into Indian Dominion. And it was the man, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, considered to be the Iron Man of India, who integrated all the princely states through many ways. I'll definitely discuss what are the ways or principles he followed in order to integrate the princely states of India. So, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India, was made the minister in charge of the new State Department on 27 June 1947. A new State Department was made and made Vallabhbhai Patel as the chairman or head on 27 June 1947. He, along with his secretary Vappala Pangunni Menon, popularly known as VP Menon, was given the task of negotiating with the princes. Who would go to negotiate the princes? So it was given to Vallabhbhai Patel and his secretary VP Menon Sahab. So between them, they produced a draft instrument of accessions. Vallabhbhai Patel produced a draft instrument of accession to before the princely states, which would be signed by them as an agreement to transfer control to the defense, foreign affairs, and communication to the Congress government. All that Congress governments wanted from the princely states was only three things. And what were they? They were basically the defense, foreign affairs, and communications. These three things were demanded by the Congress governments, from the princely states. Patel often invoked the patriotisms of the princes in this attempt to convenience them to join India. Patel was so shrewd politician and a brilliant orator. He even talked patriotism, nationalism, that he often talked about patriotism before the prince, that if you are claiming that you are a true Indian, show your patriotism through integrating your states to our India. Just show how much he was brilliant and how much he was talented. Gajab ka aadmi tha yaar, brilliant man, the legend. He was an amazing leader. On the other hand, he also reminded them of the possibility of anarchy and an event of their refusal to join. Also, sometimes he frightened the rulers of the princely states, claiming or talking to them about the anarchy situation. That means maybe their administration is not functioned well, or sometimes maybe people would revolt against them. That's what would happen. So that's how Vallabhbhai Patel frightened them. If this situation happens, then what would you do? Therefore, integrate with India, accede to India. Not only this, he also introduced the concept of the privy purse as a payment to be made to the families of the princes for their agreement to integrate with India. As you know, he even gave the privy purse to the ruler of the princely state. What is privy purse? That means a huge amount of money would be given to the rulers of the prince states. As you know, actually basically somewhere the rulers of the princely states were enticed by these privy powers that, see, I am giving you a lot of money, just accede to India. Okay, it's more like a greed, and many princely states even accepted it. That again, if we integrate with India, if we accede to India, we'll be given privy powers. That means a huge amount of money. And many rulers accepted and acceded to India. He further persuaded Mountbatten, who had a great intimacy with Indian princes, to join India. And as you know, Mountbatten used to go to have a cup of coffee with the rulers of the princes. He had a good intimacy, a good relationship with the rulers of the princely state. And Vallabhbhai Patel knew it. He also asked Mountbatten, please come and support us. You also come with us, and you also go to talk the rulers of the princely state, so that they accede to India. So Mountbatten also helped in indirect way in these integrations of the princely states. Bikaner and Baroda and a few other states from Rajasthan were the first to join India. So who are the first? Bikaner and Baroda. From Rajasthan, they were the first to join India, accede to India. As the Independence Day was coming closer, Patel decided to use force when necessary. Just think about it. On the other, you can see that on the other hand, Vallabhbhai Patel was very generous and kind. Again, he was very brilliant and shrewd. Okay. He even used iron hand. So when the Independence Day was coming closer, Patel even used force. Wherever necessary, of course, not everywhere. For instance, in the case of the Maharaja of Odisha, he was not listening to Vallabhbhai Patel, and therefore force had to be used. By 15 August 1947, only 3 states, Kashmir, Hyderabad and Junagadh, were left undecided. That means almost every princess acceded to India except 3. Kashmir, Hyderabad and Junagadh. They remained independent. Okay, they didn't accede to India. Let's discuss how they were integrated to India, or how they were acceded to India. Junagadh. Muslim ruler Nawab Mahabad Khan was the ruler of Junagadh with maximum Hindu population. Just, see the scenario of the state. The ruler were Muslim, where the majority of the people belong to Hindus. Okay, so Nawab Mahabad Khan and his Prime Minister Sanawaz Bhutto wished to merge with Pakistan. Think about it. They had an intention to join Pakistan, not to India. Okay. So it was strategically, and also the kind of location Junagadh had, like it was strategically located for Indian interest, and the majority of the state also wanted to accede to India. That means majority of the people, as you know, they were Hindus. Of course, Muslim were there, the majority were Hindus. Everyone wanted to accede to India. Thus, India extended aid to popular protest in Junagadh, and the Nawab army and the Indian army entered the state, and later plebiscite was conducted, which was in favor of India, and thus Junagadh was incorporated Indian dominions. As you know, the protests were started by the commoners, the people. Somewhere Vallabhbhai Patel gave them assistance. Please do it, because somewhere it also helped, to accede India. So army entered to the state of Junagadh. Meanwhile, the Mahabad Khan was forced to flee to Pakistan. Okay, and plebiscite, that means public opinion was conducted. Plebiscite was conducted and they favored India. And that's how Junagadh was incorporated or undertaken into Indian dominion. That's how Junagadh acceded to India. Let's discuss Hyderabad. Hyderabad was also the similar case of Junagadh. It was ruled by a Muslim ruler, Nizam Usman Ali, and the majority of the population was Hindu. The same condition like the Junagadh. And he also wanted to go to Pakistan, or he also wanted to accede Hyderabad to Pakistan. You will be surprised to know that Nizam Usman Ali was one of the richest person in the world at that time. Just think about how much resource, in his possession was, how much resources he possessed. He possessed a huge resource. Okay, the Nizam was encouraged by Pakistani leaders to claim independent state and was created a force of loyalist Rajakars and a MIM, All India Majlisul Ittihadul Muslimin party, to support local demand to suppress local demands for the union with India. Just think about it. That means somewhere the Usman Ali was influenced by Pakistani leaders and they deliberately urged him to claim independent state. Also, Osman Ali created a force called MIM, All India Majlisi Ittihadul Muslimin Party, so that they could suppress the local voice who wanted Indian accession, who wanted to accede Hyderabad to India. Okay, that's why he even suppressed local voice. Eventually, Patel ordered the Indian police to move as the state was integrated by Operation Polo. And eventually, Patel ordered Indian police, and Operation Polo was conducted in Hyderabad. Okay, and thus Hyderabad was taken into British, Indian dominion. The Nizam surrendered, and all as a gesture of reconciliation was written as a Raj Pramukh of Hyderabad. Nizam ultimately, as you know, surrendered himself and demanded Congress government, they please give me some respectable post. Therefore, he was made Raj Pramukh of Hyderabad. Kashmir. The case of Kashmir was completely alien or different from that of Junagadh or Hyderabad. In this particular state, Hindu ruler was there, Raja Hari Singh, where the majority of the people belonged to Muslim. But the Raja Hari Singh didn't want to accede to India. Okay, so but he refused to join either of the dominion. He he wanted to remain independent. But when Pakistani intruders tried to invade India in October 1947 with the aim of capturing Kashmir, it forced Maharaja of Kashmir to get support from India. But what happened was in October 1947, Pakistani intruders tried to invade India in order to get Kashmir. So somewhere it forced Maharaja Hari Singh to get assistance from India. Now he had to call, and he had called to Delhi, Pandit Nehru, please support, please send me the troops and save Kashmir. Okay, and that's how Kashmir, and later on, of course, so he signed the ceasefire, and Kashmir was acceded to India. Okay, let's discuss the conclusions. Thus, the dynamic approach of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel proved many crucial crucial in integrating most of the princely states with India. So, from these points, or after going through this essay or important topic, we get to know that the contributions of Vallabhbhai Patel, how he integrated all the princely states to India. He was the legend. And we have always a soft corner for this man. Huge respect to Vallabhbhai Patel. And again, I'm telling you, he is truly the Iron Man of India. So thank you so much.